Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be showing you how I make this amazing buka stew. So if you're a Team Fit fan, please just look away because this stew has lots of oil in it. So let's get started. First I have beef, goat meat, tripe, chicken, all the meats you can think of. And I'm adding some chopped onions, some bouillon cubes and some salt. And I close this just to allow it to simmer for a bit. I did not add any water because the meat itself releases its juices. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please, what are you waiting for? Subscribe. Thank you. So I'm just mixing up the meat and incorporating the spices together so that it can seep into the meat and cook and give you that flavor that you want. So I close this and just let it cook, and then I go on to prep my sauce, my tomato sauce. So I'm going to be using some tomatoes, peppers, ginger and garlic. I would have the exact measurements in the description box below. I also go ahead to cut my peppers into bite sizes so that it's easier to blend. I just love cutting things, especially when it's tomatoes, onions. I feel it's very therapeutic for me though, but I don't like onions because it just makes my eye so watery. Yeah, but it's still very therapeutic. So I keep this aside for blending. Next, I go on to check my beef. Can you see that it already generated all that water? Let me tell you, I didn't need to add any water. The meat itself released its water content, and then you see it's already cooking. But you can add water during the cooking process when you see that the water in it is already reduced. So I go on ahead to blend my tomatoes and red bell peppers, ginger, garlic, habanero peppers, just to get the mix that I want. So for this buka stew, you need to ensure that it's properly blended. You don't want a coarse mix. You want a smoothly blended pepper mix. You don't want to see any rough peppers on the sides or whatever. So that's what you want. You want a very smooth pepper mix for this buka stew recipe. Next, I'm going to add some palm oil and vegetable oil. So I'm not bleaching my palm oil because I didn't have much time and it still came out really good. Next, I'll be adding some onions to this mix. So my friend Bella doesn't like to see onions at all. So I learned this tip from Ninja Foodie Ronke Edoho. Thank you for this. So I just fry the onions and let the flavor seep in and then take it out after. The next thing I do is to add my pepper mix and allow this to cook for about 15 to 20 minutes. So with buka stew, you don't want to overcook it. You don't want it to be too thick. There's the right consistency with buka stew. So I've gone ahead to add the broth or stock, and then I also add some bouillon cubes and some salt. That's all you need for this recipe. No extra thing, please. No extra thing. Then you mix all together and then cook again for about 7 to 10 minutes. Then you see the beef is already cooked, and I also fried some fish off camera. So I'll be adding the goat meat, the beef, the tripe, the chicken and everything, and mixing this together as well. I cover this and let it stay simmer or cook for about 1 or 2 minutes. Then you see the consistency is still the same. It's not too thick. You don't want a very thick buka stew. At least the buka stew I know is not too thick. Then I also add some fish and eggs into this, and then cover this and let it simmer for about 2 to 3 minutes. This kind of stew can just go with, or will go with, some hot agege bread and some hot rice. Gosh, if you're Nigerian and you go to, I usually eat out to all this mama put restaurants, you know what I'm talking about. Buka stew is so good. Oh, and I forgot to mention, the person I was making this for, Biola, did not even eat it because apparently she hates the smell of fish. And she told me, but I was like, oh, Bella would love this. She would love this. Anyways, that's what happened. And I ate my stew all by myself. So please let me know if you try this recipe and if you have any questions. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Till then, love and light.